This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So I believe you don't have any issue with that if-else condition. At least the like the basic thing, like how this if-else condition works, else if works, how this else work, why you need this else, right? So if you have a multiple condition, you can start with if, and after that if you can have like else if, you can have else if until you want, like how many want you can keep it, and the last you can keep else for all other criteria, like if there is anything like you want to catch after all of your condition, you can do that by using the else. If you don't keep that else part, then it will not gonna do anything. Just I'm giving one simple idea here. So if you see I have a 95, let's say that I have 60, and I'm not handling this 60 here. You see that whatever the value I have, more than 90, more than 80, or more than 70, it will go there. But if I don't have this else part, then it will not print anything. It will not print anything because I did not handle that part. So that's why we also need to handle the false part. If nothing will happen, if nothing is matching, so what you will do? In that kind of situation, we have to use this else part. So else is kind of like a false part. If anything is false, then it will go and say that this is not available or this is false, something like that. Okay. Now, before I move into that, the remaining part of this grading system, so we'll do a small two more practice. After that, we'll start. Now, let's say that, let me keep that in a comment. Otherwise, it will print all the time. Okay, so let's say I have two variables, integer a, which have 20. Then I have integer b, which have 30. So I have these two variables. Now you have to find out, you have to write a program, and you have to find out that which one is greater than, which variable have the greater value, bigger value than the other one. Either the A have the bigger value or the B have the bigger value. You got my question? So by seeing these two variables and the values, I can easily say that, okay, B is the highest one, right? B had that largest value. But I want to check that by using the program. So I have to write a program to check which one is the have the largest value. Okay, so this is the program. Find out the largest value variable. Okay, so this is your task. Now you have to think that how you can get it. You have to ask this question to yourself, and then you have to find out the solution. You already know the solution. You just need to think how you can implement that. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask me. I will try to help you. I will try to give you the idea like in different way, but you have to do it.
So just summarizing the question, we have two variables over here and both of them are integer. So I can see visually like the integer b variables have the bigger value is 30. So I have to just right now do it on the Java programming to prove it
Yeah.
the integer value b is bigger than integer a.
Yes, that is
Correct?
correct. That is correct.
Okay, let me try. Thanks.
No problem. So I'm giving you like around 4 minutes to think, and as well as if you can complete that within 4 minutes, which is a good thing. But if you're not like, then I will give you some hints after 4 minutes. If you need, if you don't need that, I will not give you that hint as well. Okay. Okay. Do you need any hints to do that? Hmm. Okay, that's mean that you are capable to do that without any hints. Okay. Okay. So if you are, then you have 9 minutes left to complete this task. Okay, I already got one submission. Uh, your concept, Mr. Mizan, your concept is almost correct. You just need to think why you are using number here. In the if condition, why you are using number?
Because they are integer values. That's why I'm using the number to make it easier for me.
Okay, so it's up to you, but this is not the right way because I told you this is my question that you have to find out the biggest number between these two variables. You should not use any number over there.
I got the answer already. Like
Yes, you got the answer. You force the program to do that, which is okay. But let's say in your case, I'm just giving this value. Okay, what will happen then? It
then
will
I'll just do it vice versa.
no,
Uh,
you cannot do that. So
why?
based on the input, you should not change your program every time, right? Your input is changing. That doesn't mean that you have to go and change your program again. Your program should take the input, and based on that input, it will do the job.
Actually, this is the thing it came directly in my mind, so that's why
Yeah,
I just
which
go
is a
through this
good thing. Which is a good thing. You are almost there. You just need to think a little more, then you'll get that.
one. Okay, let me try again. Thank you. I really appreciate.
No problem. Okay, so I got one more submission here. Okay. Yes, Safrin, you are right. So the thing is, you always have to think logically. Now you got it. So now you got it, Mr. Mijan. So you got it,
Thank you.
but you didn't check this part.
Yeah, I did the previous one just right now. This
Yes.
one, second one, I'm going to be do it now again. So
Okay.
first one is done, right?
First one is done. It's fine.
Okay. Let me do the second one.
Okay. And Yes, 1 second. I will give you some hints. Okay, Safrin, you can check my inputs for your program, and Nasita. So you need some hints. Okay. So to do this, you have to use uh, either this sign or this sign. This is the hint. Uh, yes, Safrin. So the thing is, if it is okay, where is the program? Okay, here is a program. So the thing is, in the first phase, it will check that which one is bigger. First one, second one. If the first one is bigger, then it will do the job. Otherwise, it will go to the second part and it will check that if the other one is greater than or not, right? But if you don't keep that part, it will do the same thing. You got the point? It will make the impact. It will make the impact only when they are both of that the variables are equal. Yeah, you can try. You can try. You can keep the same thing and just look for the last one that is, I just said that if both of them are equal. It's just only for subfield. And Nasita, did you get that hints? Do you need more hints to do that? Oh, you need more? Okay. So this is a less than sign and this is a greater than sign. You have to place this variable in a condition and check which one is bigger. Either A is bigger than B or B is bigger than A. Based on that, you have to print the variable, either A or B. Or you can say which one is bigger. That's it. Yeah, that is right, Safin. So that is right. If based on this question, this is the right answer because you are not checking the other one because that one will work. That there is no issue with that, but that is kind of like extra job you are doing. So every time when you are writing your code, make sure that you are not writing any extra code. Okay. Anila, your code looks good to me. You have to do the okay, that's fine. But okay, so Nasita, you are still doing. So the people who already have done this one. So for this one, A equals to 20 and B equals to 30. You are getting the output. B is the bigger one, right? B is the largest one. B had the largest value. Largest value. Okay, it's for the people who are still doing it and who already submitted that. This should be the answer. B have the largest value. And who already have submitted their code and they don't have any issue with the code, they should go move forward and do this one. To find out A equals to 40, you should see that A had the largest value. Okay. Your second code. Okay, your second code. Yes. Yes, your second code is the correct one, but your second code will not, you cannot handle the other part, this part. If you get the largest value in A, oh, sorry, you did that in the wrong way. Okay, so again the same thing. Based on the input you are changing in your program, that you should not do that because you already have options to handle the other part, right? If A is greater than B, then you have an option. Otherwise, what you'll do, you just need to use that else part. That's it. Okay, I got one more submission. Yes, that is a correct one. That is a correct one, Anila. So your last submission is good. Okay, so we are done, right? Do you need more time? I didn't get submission from Nasika yet in beauty. If you are still doing it, let me know. Then I'll give you like a couple of minutes extra time to complete that. Minutes extra.
Quick question. My second one is also I got the answer. So is there any issue?
Okay, keep your second code as is. Keep your second code as is and change the value of A to 20 and
Okay.
see are you getting any output or not.
Okay. So you want me to do it 20. Okay. Let me do it.
Yes, just change the value of A. Don't change it. Don't make any changes in the program. Okay, so I think we're done with this task, right? So we're done with this task. The program, I'm going to write the program. So if anyone is still doing and needs some time, let me know. You made the changes in the program again. And I told you not to make any change in the program.
Now,
Program
without making any changes, it's not showing me any value. It's nothing showing.
yes, that is why you have to think that why should you just keep only if? You have an option. You can use else if or else to complete your task,
Okay.
but it's too late because I'm going to do it now. Okay, so let's start. First of all, if you're comparing two numbers, like if any number is greater than from another number or not. Whenever you're saying that greater than or less than, you have to think about these two signs. This sign is a less than sign, this sign is a greater than sign. So now I have to find out, I have to write a program to find out the largest value. Whichever variable has the largest value, I have to print that. So we have a if condition, we have a conditional statement, and we can use if. Then in the bracket we can say, okay, if A is greater than B, then if A is greater than B, okay, I need a semicolon here. If A is greater than B, then I will tell then system dot out dot println A have the largest value. Right? You got it? Any question here? No questions, right? So let's say that for this one, I give you the 20. Okay, so let me make this in opposite way. Let me make that in opposite. So B is greater than A. So I'm thinking that by visually I can see that B has the largest value. So and A has the like smallest value. So I can think, okay, so why shouldn't I just do this one, B greater than A? So I will see at least the B here. B has the largest value, right? If I run it, I'll see B has the largest value. But you always have to think my input can come anything. Based on the input my program can handle, my program should handle that input. So sometime B can be the largest value, sometime A can be the largest value. So what will happen in that case? So let's say that in this case I have an integer A 40 and B have the 30. So if I run this program, it will not show anything here. You see that? Because this is not true and I didn't handle the else part, the false part. So this is the true part. Once it's true, it will go and do the job. But if it is false, then I didn't handle that part, right? So what we have an else condition, right? Else. In the else, we can say either one is bigger, right? Either A is bigger or B is bigger. So I can say if this one is true, then it will do this part. Otherwise, I will say, okay, then the A is bigger. If the B is not bigger, then A will be the biggest one, right? So I will say A have the largest value. So now in this case, my true part and false part both handled here. You see that? Both got handled here by using this else part. You should not change your condition based on your input. So before that it was like a 40, now it was 30, sorry, before that it was a 20, and you are making this one in this format. Now when you see that the input is changed, then you change your program, change your condition. No, we cannot do that. Once you are writing a program, it should handle any kind of input. Okay, any question here on this program? Yes, Asmita.
Could you please explain a little bit like that? I am not clear yet. So could you please explain more?
Okay, no problem. So first of all, you have to find the largest value between the two numbers, right? Between the
Yes.
two. 20 or 30. And by visually, you can see that 30 is the biggest one. But
Yes.
you have to write a program, and that program will consider, that program will determine that, the program will find out that which number, which variable have the biggest value. So for that one, to find out the biggest or smallest, you have to use greater than sign or less than sign. If you
Okay.
keep this sign between these two variables, basically it is checking. So once you keep that, I always told you that everyone that whenever you are using the condition, you might be thinking like what this one is getting here. So try to get this value directly here. Try to put that value directly and check what it says. Now tell me, is it true or false?
This is false.
This is false. If this is a false, then it should not go inside this bracket, right?
Yes.
It should not. It should go to the else part. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
But if I change this one to 40 and this one become 40, 40 greater than 30, is it true or false?
This is true.
This is true. Once this is true, then it will go inside and do the job, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I did exactly the same thing. Instead of writing the numbers directly, I just use the variable A or B.
Mhm.
You got the point?
Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Any other question? Anyone have any question? No question? Okay. So if we don't have any question, then I will add one more thing here. That is, find out the largest value variable. Also check if they are equal. Also check if they are equal or not. Okay. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's do this one in a separate program. Okay. Don't include in here. Don't include in this part. We'll do that in separately. Then we'll come back again.
Yeah, if we include this one, then we have to do the second programming change.
No, that's fine. So if there is something, if you change that program and it will help you in the future, you should do that. Because if you add that in your program, you don't need to come back again and fix that again, right?
Yes, I got it, but we cannot add anything over here because at the end we just mentioned else. We cannot do anything. If we add else if, then we can go for more condition.
It's up to you, but right now you just need to find out if they are equal or not. That's it.
Okay.
If they're equal, then you should say that the numbers are equal, the variables are value have the equal values. If not, then you can just they are not equal. That's it. They are equal or they are not equal. You got the question?
Yes, I have to just check they are equal or not. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. No, Safreen, check if they are equal or not. If they are equal, then print. If they are equal, then print they are equal. If they are not equal, or else you can say print they are not equal. Okay, I got one submission. Yes, that is right. Masita, your code looks good to me. No issue at all. Okay, Anila, your code is also good. Yeah. Oh, Anila, so I don't think that you're getting the right, you're getting an error. Check your program again. I think you're getting an error in if condition. Okay, Supreme, your code looks good to me. Anila, yes, you are still getting an error because in if condition, whenever you are checking something, one equal sign is to assign a value inside a variable. Here we can use that once equal sign. But when you are doing something in like in condition, when we are checking something, we always use two equal sign. One equal sign is to assign a variable, assign a value inside a variable, and two equal sign is for checking. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so I believe everyone got that how we are doing it and how can we get if any numbers are equals or not, if any numbers are greater than or less than or not, we can get it right by using this program. Okay, so this is the program, and if I write the program again for that equals, for equals, they are equal, and they are not equal.
Quick question.
Yes, go ahead.
If we do have more like values like A, B, and C, I'm just curious. Then on that time, do we can run the code if A, B, C all are equal? Then how we are going to be do it?
Yes, that we can do. For that one, we need multiple condition to check. We'll do that.
Okay, okay.
We'll,
No worries. I would like to go through your way. I had just this question in my mind, so that's why I just asked.
no, that is fine. So the thing is, what in the programming, uh, this is all about the logic. So you have to think this logic. That in that case, I cannot help you to improve your logic. So I can give you the idea how these things you can do it. But if you have any question in your mind, you have to think about it and you have to try to uh, solve that. Only that in that way you will be able to you'll be in a good in a logic.
Got it.
Okay, so now let's try to merge these two. Okay, so in our program, in this program, we'll merge these two. So I will check if anything is greater than or not, and then whichever is greater, I will mention that in my output. And after that, also I will check if they're equals or not. Okay. So this is our task now. Our task is to find out that if this number, whichever number is the biggest one, it will print that. It will print that line. If A is biggest one, then it will say that A have the largest value. If B is have the biggest one, then it will say that okay, B has the largest value. If or else it will say that they are equal, right? So two numbers in this kind of situation, two numbers can have only three states. In between two numbers, there always can have like only three states. Just think about it. Either one can be small from the other one, or that one can be bigger than the other one, or they might be equal,
Correct.
right? So now based on that, try to merge these two programs. And now you will have only one single program, not two if else. In right now, I have one if else for checking that if which one is greater than or greater than the other one, and the second one is basically checking that if they are equal or not. Now try to merge these two in one single program, in one single is conditional statement.
Okay.
Okay.
Just quick question.
Hmm.
Do you want us to like whatever we done, we will keep that, and the third one, the merging, that one we will type everything new, or you want us just the same one we will do the work for merging?
Whatever way is your, whatever the way you want to do it, you can do it. Like if you want to delete and then create a new one, or if you want to keep that and create a new one, or if you make the adjustment and make the new one, it's up to you.
Okay.
You got an error. Okay, let me fix that error. The thing is, okay, so if you keep your cursor here on the first error in line number 91, what it says, it says that create b cannot be resolved to a variable. So it says that you didn't declare any variable called b. So you declare that, but you keep that in a comment. You declared that variable b in line number 85, but that line is in a comment. So just delete that to forward slash from that line number 85 and 84. That's it. And do you have any other issue? I think no, right? Save this program. Save it. Save it. It's on the top. You see that on top? After this, okay, so it's saving and there is no issue, right? If you run it, then you'll see the answer now. Yeah, you can see that answer. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
no problem. Yes, I can check yours too. So you're also getting error? Hmm. The rule for this one is you cannot keep that equal sign before that greater than or less than sign. You always have to keep that after that sign. Yes. Okay. But that is not the answer for my question. Do you want to ask anything more? So this is the question. So you have to find out which one is bigger, and also you have to check that if the two variables have the same value or not, right? Hmm.
I did merge the program. Can you please check?
Mm-hmm. 40, 30, greater than B, then so is. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. But okay, I'll explain that again. But that is correct. The program is good. No issue with that. And Anila, DC, D is bigger. Okay, for you, Anila, if the value of C is 70, check if you are getting any output or not. It says A and B are not equal. In that case, you didn't send me the full code because I don't see that. Yeah, it's not the full code here. So if I see if I run this program, it will not give me any output. One minute left. Okay. Question is this one. Highlighted part is the question. Find out the largest value variable. Also check if they are equal or not. This is not the this is not required, but find out the largest value variable. Either A will be greater than B or B will be greater than A, or they might be equal. So there are like only three states we can have with the numbers. Jessica, your code. Yep, I like that way. You just merge that to condition, right? It's a good thing.
there anything like that we can, any other sign to merge this thing? I don't know actually. I write that way, but I
No,
don't
it's fine.
know.
It's fine. It's a like a smart way that you did that. You just merge these two condition, right?
Yes, with the else if. So you want the that A have the largest value. So that's why because I know that when one is the first one, it will be the program will line the first one. So that is I got the A have the largest value. So it will not go to other part like the
No,
first one.
I sorry, I didn't get your question. So you said that the first
So
one.
yeah, so you told us that if the like the when the program is run, it will be run line by line, right?
Yeah,
So that's why like the second line will be the only the run. In my program, the A have the largest value.
which is fine. Which is fine. Yeah. So you are taking the condition here in the second part, and you just merge the other one with the first one, and now you are getting the answer, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that is fine. Yes, so friend, so your code looks good to me, and I thought that what I was expecting that whatever you submitted before, I was expecting that code. That's why I gave this task. But it's fine. This is but with this one you will also get the same output. Yes, Mr. Vijay. So I know that I didn't say that I didn't like your code, but your code and Nasita's code also have like two extra line, so that I'm going to discuss here. Okay, so what you did is in the else part, if I use else if and then check if A greater than B or not, right? I can do that. In that way, it will be the same thing, right? If I just run this class, it will tell me two lines. A have the largest value, and for the second conditional statement it will say that they are not equal, which is a correct thing, this is a valid thing. Now people get smart, right? So what they did, they just made this else and take that together. That's it. Got it? The people who did it in other way, they are also right, but this is you can also follow this way. So the program you can write it in any way, any format. Your logic can be different from me. If you're getting the right answer, then it's fine. I don't have any problem with that. In your team, you might have like one more automation tester or two more automation tester. Their thinking, the logical thinking is different. Your logical thinking will be different. Okay, so you might be completing your task in a different format, but you're getting the expected output. So don't worry that your programming is wrong and my programming is right. Don't think like that. If you're getting the correct answer, then your programming is also right. So what I'm doing here, I'm checking if B is greater than A or not. If it is, then it will say B is have the largest value. Then I'm checking A have the largest value or not. If that, then it will say that A have the largest value. If both of them are false, let's say that if I have 30 and 30, A30 and B30, so this is not true, this will be the false, this also will be the false. When it will come here, it will say that okay, this is true, they are equal. So if they're equal, then actually I don't need that part. I don't need this they are not equal part, right? This one is like this will be the unused part of your program, extra part. And to write this one, you wasted like almost a minute, right? So we don't need that. If you want to keep that, you can keep it, but your numbers, your condition will never come to this position, this else part, never. Just check this out. Either the number will be less than or equal, so it will check either here or here. Okay, so I don't need this part. Got it? You got the idea? Now, even if people are more smarter, then what they will do is they will also take this condition out. Now check this out. You did the same thing almost, Safin. Almost the same thing you did. Whatever I did here, you did almost the same thing. Just the condition is different here, right? But your approach is almost same. But you just need to think that how I can make this more what it says that uh, how your program you will write a program in a shortest and in a good way, like you don't need to write a long coding for to solve a problem, because if universal, yeah, not universal, I forgot the word, but that is a word that you can use like with a like very small, using a very small part of your code, or like writing code, you can solve the problem, right? Okay, so is there anyone who didn't understand this question or this answer here? No. Okay, everyone understood what are we doing, right? Okay, that is a very good thing. That is a very good thing that you are understanding what we are doing here. So if you know about this one, let's try to do something here. Now we'll work with Boolean. Okay. Now will work with Boolean. We basically let me take Boolean. Okay, so we'll skip that Boolean now because we don't need that in our marking system. So we can skip that for now. Let me put that all
Or
in a
we can
comment.
create a new class, right?
Don't do
We if you want, you can keep that in a new class. It's fine. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yes. Is there anyone asking some question? No questions? Okay. Let me keep that in a comment, and let's go back here in the marking system. So in the marking system, now it's time to learn about the multiple things, multiple conditions together. Okay. Now think about this one first. if I have like marking with 110, and if I run this class, then I will see grade is A. Is it true? Can I do that? Can any student get 110 out of 100? No, right? Okay, for that one, we also need one more condition here. We also need one more condition here. Like if mark is less than or equals to 100, right? We need this kind of condition to check if it is less than equals to 100 or not, right? So if you see these two condition, that's mean that I am trying to get a number which is between these two numbers, between 90 and 100. And for this kind of situation, basically what we do, we don't write the program, write the condition again. We just keep two conditions in the same, under the same if conditional part, same bracket. Okay, like this here. So I'm checking if mark is greater than equals to 90. Again, mark less than equals to 100 or not. And to do this one, we have to check two times, not one time. We have to check two times, right? So I will clear this part. So what I'm checking two condition here. Now tell me one thing. Am I checking this number 90, more than 90, but it doesn't matter, it goes 100, more than 100? It matters, right? The number should be more than 90 or 90 or more than 90, and it should be less than or equals to 100. That's why we have to use this to and sign. This is an and sign. This and sign means that it will check two conditions here. If you have a multiple condition, you can just add like this, mark, something like this. Okay, you can add a lot of condition within the same, under the same if bracket, if conditional bracket. You can do that, but right now we don't need to do multiple ones. We just need these two. We have to keep that number. We have to check if that number is within that range or not. The range is 90 to 100. Just think about the marking system. In marking system, we have a number. If the number is between 90 to 100, then only we get A. We never get more than 100. We never get less than 90 for the grade A. Okay, so that's why we need to check this two condition, and between these two conditions we have to use this and sign. This is and. So just talk like this. This is and. I have to check if the mark is greater than equals to 90 and mark is less than 100, less than equals to 100. So this is an and. And means both condition needs to be true. Are you getting it?
So we will use the and sign, or we will just type it A and D?
No, we will use the and sign, but this is to understand that how these conditions work.
Yes, got it.
Okay. Okay, so I think before I come to this point, let me do one more example. Okay. So I will use a Boolean now, okay? Boolean is raining. Okay, let's say that not is raining, it's raining. Boolean snowing, Boolean, anything else? Cloudy. Okay. Let's make it true. All true. Now, if any of this condition is true, then I will not go outside. Okay, if any of this condition is true. So what I'll say, if raining double equals true, then don't go outside. Okay, I'll do the same thing again. If it is snowing, it's true, then don't go outside. Again, if it is cloudy, then don't go outside. Let me write down the else part. Else, go outside. Okay, let me just copy and paste it. Did you get it, what I'm doing here? Do you have any question here?
No, I'm good.
Okay, anyone else? That what I'm doing here, I have just only 3 variables, Boolean variables, and all these variables I used the value with true. And if I'm checking if it is raining, it's true, then I'll say that okay, don't go outside. But if it is false, if it is not raining, then it will go outside, right? For the snowing is the same, cloudy is the same. You got it? Until this point, do you have any question? Make sure that you understood this concept, okay, before I move into the next one. Make sure. No questions, right? Okay. Now, just think one thing here. For this condition, I said that if it is raining, then don't go outside. I have the same condition here. If it is snowing, then don't go outside. For both of the condition, if it is true, then don't go outside. So I have the same result. So in this kind of situation, what I can do is I can merge these two conditions together. Simply, I can just use this thing instead of here, just keep it here. Okay.
You could not use like if else or else if.
I can use that, but this is another concept.
Okay.
How you can use multiple conditions in the same place.
I see, but you can use that as well, right?
Yes, you can use that.
Right. Okay.
But here, even though if it is raining, if I am using the else if, the output is same. Don't go outside. So instead of doing that else if, I can just keep that in the same line.
No, you'll be like else if, like if raining true yeah, so you're magic. So if raining, snowing, then what else? Cloudy, and then at the end you should have else, go outside, right? You could do that too.
Yes.
Right.
And that's the one that we are trying to do here.
Okay.
Okay. So right now, just think about this one. So if we don't have this one, that's mean that we have a separate conditions, right? But the output is same. If it is raining, then you are not going outside. If it is snowing, then you are not going outside. If it is cloudy, then you are also not going outside. But because it's all the outputs are same, so why don't we just keep these conditions in the same place? Because if this raining is true, then you are not going outside. Then the snowing is true, then you are not going outside. So you don't need this extra line, extra 4 lines.
We can also add over here and cloudy, three of them together by doing the and sign.
No, I'm coming to that point. 1 second. So now think about this one. If it is raining and snowing, if it is doing both, then I'm saying that don't go outside. If either one is true, either it's raining or either it's snowing, then I'm saying that don't go outside. So these are two different things. Just try to think about this one. I'm saying that either these both can be true, both need to be true, or either ones can be true, right? At the same time, I'm trying to see that if raining and snowing or not. I'm saying that and if it's raining and snowing or not. Try to understand the sentence here. Raining and snowing. If I'm saying raining and snowing, so instead of this and, I need to use this keyword to and sign. Okay, I need to use this to and sign. Now what will happen if we do use this to and sign is, to and sign means that both condition needs to be true. If any condition is false, then you are going outside. Let me run it and I will give you more explanation here. Just check this one. Don't go outside, right? Because it's raining and it's snowing. That's why I said that don't go outside, because it's raining and it's also snowing. You got the point? So if I change the value of snowing false, can anyone tell me which one will it gonna print? Don't go outside or go outside?
Don't go outside.
Don't go outside. Okay. Any other answers? Any other observation here?
Yeah, don't go outside.
Don't go outside. Okay. Remember one thing. This part need to be true, right? To go inside this bracket, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I need one volunteer here.
Yes.
You want to be? Okay. Um, this part need to be true to go inside this bracket, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I see that raining is true. True equals to true. Raining is true, and the snowing false. It's false equals true. Is it this one is true or not? Is it true or false?
It's right now it looks false
How
because the
is
first one true is
this
true.
one?
It's raining, so it's
No,
true.
just talk about this one. True equals to true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. And false equals to true.
It's false
It false. That means that one of the condition is false. So you cannot go
with the
inside.
and sign.
You cannot go there. Okay. So let me run it and tell you why it's happening like that. It says that go outside.
Correct.
The reason is, for this sign, if you are using and, that means that both condition needs to be true. If raining is true, if snowing is true, then you are not going outside. Just try to understand, try to listen that word that I'm using between these two condition. I'm saying that if raining is true and snowing is true, then I'm not going outside. Don't go outside. So I'm using and word here, okay? So that's why I need to use this and sign. And for and sign, it's mandatory to be true all the condition here, this condition and this condition also. Only then the whole condition will become true. Okay, now if I run it, it will say go outside. Now if I say that, okay, raining is true but it's not snowing is false. So in this case both conditions are true, that means that it's going inside. Now I'm saying that if I'm saying either raining is true or snowing is true, don't go outside. So check the word again. I say if raining is true or snowing is true, don't go outside. So if I run now, it will give me the true this don't go outside because I have this and sign and both are true. But for the or, we use this pipe sign, this sign. This is the sign for the or. So whatever we talk or here, this is the sign in the programming or, and that you will find on the top of the enter, that return return key from the keyboard. Okay, so this is the sign. Now think about this one again. If raining is true and snowing is true, oh sorry, raining is true or snowing is true, then I will say don't go outside. So if I run it, it will show you don't go outside. Now tell me if snowing is false, then what it gonna print? You can write your answer. Okay, don't go. Don't go. Okay. Anyone else wants to try? No one?
Go outside.
Go outside. Okay, I got one more answer, that is don't go. And after the don't go, you are asking me the question, right? Okay, no problem. Any other one wants to answer this question?
Why did we took out the and sign and put these two things? What is
No, no. Within this sign, you have to tell me that which line you're gonna print. This is an or sign. Either needs to be true. Okay, so I got three answer, and out of the three, two is don't go, and one is go outside. So I will go with that go outside first. Beauty, can you please explain that why you say that is to go outside?
Because snowing is false here.
Snowing is false here. Okay.
So for that, don't go outside. So both conditions should be the true, right? So for snowing is false. So that's why I said go outside.
Okay. So here the rule is, if you see this sign, this pipe sign,
Or yeah.
pipe signs means that or means that any of the condition is true, then you can go here inside this bracket. So do you think
Mhm.
that either from this two condition, is any condition is true?
Then it will be go outside.
Okay. After I explaining you, you are answering the wrong. Okay. Let's come back to the beauty again. Okay.
Sorry, is I'm sorry for the interruption. So any one of the answer is true, then it will be go to the else condition. So else condition is go outside.
No, no, no. You are going wrong.
Actually,
You're going wrong here. So okay. So let me check with Nasida. Yes. Do you want to say something?
No, 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 I'm fine.
You don't
I
want to
think
answer?
that I don't go with my answer.
Don't go, right? You will go with
Yeah.
the don't. Okay. Yes, beauty. So you said that you will go with a go outside, right? And I said if you have an or sign and
mm-hmm.
if any of the condition is true, then you can go and print the line of this bracket. So it will go inside and print the line because one of the
Yeah, that's
condition
true.
is true.
Yeah.
So do you think that now it will go and print this don't go outside, or still it will print go outside?
So raining is true. So one of condition is true. So it will go, don't go outside.
So it will print don't go outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's then try it out. Don't go outside because this is a or sign. Or sign means that if one of the condition is true, then it will consider the whole condition is true. It doesn't matter that how many conditions you have, like 50 or 100 conditions you have. If you have all of these under or sign and one of the condition is true, then it will go and do the job. It will not go to the else part. But if it is an and sign, so beauty, you have to answer this question again before the break. If this is an and sign, what do you think? Which one gonna print here?
So for and sign, both conditions should be the true, then it will go for don't go outside. If it's false on of the condition here, it will say go outside.
Again, so which line is gonna print?
It's gonna print go outside.
Go outside. Okay. How many of you are agree with that?
Yes, agree. It will be go outside.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Everyone agreed except Safri. Now I want explanation from Safri. Safri. So tell me why you choose this don't go outside.
Because that's for and sign, both of them has to be true, right?
Yes.
So raining is true, snowing is true.
Okay. Let me come this one here. So raining is true, right?
Yes.
That means this part is true. Okay.
Yeah.
Now snowing is false. That means
Oh, I see. I see. I didn't notice that the
part is
snowing is
false.
false. Okay, okay, okay. I see.
This
I see.
part is
Then
false and this and is here. That means that whole condition is false.
right, right. I didn't pay attention that the snowing was false. Okay. Yeah, then it's gonna be go outside. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you got it, right? The concept about this multiple condition at the same time. Okay. So, but it's always going to run in the true statement. But if we use and, you have to go through. Yeah, that is correct, Anila. Okay. So you got this. So if you are thinking like you are not getting it correctly, so what you can do is you can just make it in this format. So what I did is I just change it raining, whatever the value is, I change it to true, and then I change this false snowing, whatever the value is false. Now true equals true is true. False equals to true is false. then if both the condition is true, only then it will be true. Otherwise, if one of the condition is false, then because you have an and sign, that is mean false. And if it is a false, then it will not go inside. Okay. Okay, it's 8:40. We did a lot of practice. Now it's time for a break. Let's take a break for 20 minutes. Let's come back at 9. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
So, do you have any question here on this part? No question? Okay, so if you don't have any question, let me make it that true again. Now let me do this one. I have one more variable that is called cloudy. That is cloudy, and this cloudy equals to, I'm checking if it is true or not. Okay. Now you have to write down the answer in the chat box only, and you have to send it to me only. That which line you're gonna print, the first or second.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Now I have 3 conditions to check here, right? In this condition, if I run this statement, then which sentence is gonna print? Don't go outside or go outside, based on these conditions. So I got 2 answers, 3. Okay, 3 answers. Okay. So that's when you got the idea, right? So if you have something like the conditions, you can have multiple conditions at the same line, and all needs to be true if you are using and sign. Okay. Now tell me one thing here. In one of the conditions, I'm making this cloudy false. Now tell me, what will be the output? Okay. Okay, so Anila, your answer is not right. Mr. Mizan, your answer is also not right. Other than that, everyone did the right answer. So for this one, this is true. This is true. This cloud is false, which means that this one, true equals to true means true. True equals to true means true. True equals to false means, sorry, false equals to true means false. Okay, which means that one of the condition is false. If one of the condition is false and you are using and sign between all of them, that means that it will go to the false part. Okay, now let me get back to that again. Okay, now I'm saying that this one, or this one, or what will be the output here? Okay, I got two answers. All of them, yeah, four. You all are right. So basically, if any of the condition is true, and you have or sign between all of them, if any of the condition is true, then it will go inside the true part, which is this one. Don't go outside. Okay. Okay. So now let me put this one in a comment. So you got that idea. So if you can also use multiple conditions at the same time. Okay. So now I will keep that in a comment, and I'll go to this part in our marking system. So this is the main goal hour to complete this one. So now I'm checking if any mark is between that number or not. So I'm checking multiple condition here. I'm checking multiple condition here. So if my mark is, for example, like 99. So let me get this one here. It will be easy to check. If my condition is 99, and if I need to check multiple condition, and if I'm doing this and sign, what I'm doing, first of all, is checking if 99 is greater than equals to 90 or not. And this mark here is 99 is less than equals to 100 or not. If it is true, then it will go and print this A. Okay, just give me 30 seconds. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm back. So okay, so this is the thing. In this kind of situation, so I'm trying to make a range. So if that number is between that range, between 90 to 100, then I'll say grade A. Do you have any question here? No question. So now it's easy to understand, right? This part with all these previous examples. Now I'm saying that I want to make that, which is correct, like it's a grade A, and if the mark is 80 but it's less than 90, then I'll say the grade will be B. So can you complete this part? You already have the code, you just need to add something here. If you understood this part, then it will be easy for you to complete the other one for the grade B. Okay, to do that you have only 2 minutes because you already have the code. You just need to add like a couple of like 2-3 words only. Done. Yes, Nasita, your code looks good to me. Until 80. That's mean that you have the range for grade A and grade B. Okay. So now if I run this program, it will tell me grade A because this is 99 and it says that grade A. Before I move forward, everyone should complete this one. At least this one, 80 for the grade B. And also please share your code. I know that some will make some mistake. So I will tell you where you will usually people make the mistake in one place. Are you done? Okay, so I'm considering that is like you were done with that. Now let's move forward. So for this one, I'm not going to complete this one. I will give you a task on that for as a, like homework. And the task is why if I just type here 110 and it prints grade F. Oh, sorry, grade B. Grade B because just this is fail. And once you're done or once you complete with all of your range, let me complete this range here. Otherwise, it will be an issue. So less than, either you can put less than 90 or you can put, if you are using less than equal sign, then you have to keep 89. Don't keep 90 because what will happen is you have that 90 mark greater than equals to 90 here, and again you have a mark less than equals to 90 here. Even though it will not come to this one, if you have a 90 it will not come to this point because it's already passed, it's already true here. It will not come to this point, but you should not make any mistake, right? You should not do that because in future you might, if you are using like that, you might be in trouble. Okay, if you are using the same thing in a different in the same conditional statement, then you will be in trouble. So that's why you have to think that you should not use the same range again. So either if you are using 90, just use that less than sign, or if you are using, if you want to use the less than and equal sign, then you can keep 89. It's up to you. So I'm keeping 90 here, 89, let's say that 89. And then to do that 89, I need less than equal. Now again, same thing for 70, m sign mark less than equals to 79. Okay, so once I do the 79, so I got a range here. If I have a number, any number that is between 90 to 100, then I'll get a grade A. If let me show you here 90, so I'll get grade A. if I have any number between 80 to 89, let's say that 86, then I will get grade B. If I have a mark between 70 to 79, let's say 71, then I will get grade C. But if I keep that here 110, in my case it's printing grade F. But 110 is not a valid number, right? It's an invalid number. Now you have to come up with some idea that how you can fix this issue, how you can handle this kind of issue. So if you say that 110, it give you the grade F. If you're giving like minus 110 or minus any value of minus, it's also giving you grade F. Now you have to come up with your idea, your logic, that how you can handle this part. You got it? Any question?
Can you please repeat again? So this is our homework, right?
This will be one of your homework, one of the tasks that first of all you will make this range. So if you don't have this range, what will happen is, if you don't have this range, when you have 110, so this place it will be a false, so it will not go and do the job in the grade A. It will not do that. But when it will come to this place, it will check 110 is greater than 80, which is true. So it will print grade B. If you see here, it will print grade B, but it's not a valid thing, right? For 110, it's an invalid number.
Yes.
That's why I told you everyone that have that range so that you don't have any issue with that number, like a largest like a bigger than 100 or less than 0. Okay, greater than 100 or less than 0. If you have something like that, it should tell you that it's an invalid number. You got it, Nasika?
Okay, so we just leave this one in this way and then do the thing. So that it will, the output will come, that's invalid number. We are talking about the output will come in the invalid number. The
For
print
any number which is larger than 100, which is greater than 100 and less than 0, it should say that invalid number.
Okay. Okay.
Because right now, if I have this all this in a range, and if I have this else part, then it's saying that it's grade F. What it's doing is it's checking this one here. This is false, and this is also false, which means that it will not go inside space, right? This condition.
Yes. Yeah.
So it will come to here part. This 110 greater than equals to 80, which is true, but this is, in this case, this is false, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So which means that one of the condition is false. That means that it will not go inside.
Yes.
Again, it will go here and it will check this part is true. 110 greater than equals to 70, which is true. But here what is 110 less than equals to 79, which is false. So one of the condition is false. So it will not go inside. So I have overall else, which will handle anything outside of this. It will handle this with grade F. But this is not the right thing. For 110, for any negative values, it should be invalid number.
So we have to just add another thing over here, else if invalid
Number.
That is your thinking. I don't know about that. How you do that? That is your part.
You want us to do it right now or homework?
No. That will be in your homework.
Okay.
Okay. So you will get a couple of more homework, but this is one of the homework. Okay, so you have to find out that how can you get that for this kind of number. You can say invalid number. And there will be one more homework that I want to discuss before I give it to you, because after today you will connect again on Tuesday. So before that, I know that people already people like to send the homework like answers on Friday, or not Friday, like Saturday or Sundays. So that's why I just need to clear the question, because for some people they will not understand that what I asked for. So it's basically about the car buying system. In car buying system, we have like what we do. We have a base price, right? So let me give you that idea here. Let me actually check that question if I have the question ready here. That is not the right one. Okay. Okay, let me give you that idea here. So you always have to think like in a car buying system, when you walk through a dealer shop, um, first of all, you have to check that which car you want, right? And then they also tell you that what is the base price for that car. So that is one base price. Base price is like something like around, let's say 30,000. Let's say that car price is 30,000, and then on the 30,000 they will add tax, they will add what is called admin fee. So admin fee, let's say like $1,000. Then tax is 10%. What is the percent? For 10%. So for 10%, you know that how to calculate that? Do you know how to
Yeah.
calculate tax? But still, I will give you the formula, so it's fine. But let me give you here as well. So tax is basically counted on the base price. So if you have a 30,000 base price, and what they will do, they will multiply with this 10%. 10% means that it's a 0.01. So 101, sorry, 01. Okay, 10% means that 0.01. Yeah, sorry, 0.1. Okay, so this is how they get that. So 10% for this 30,000 is how much? 3,000. So basically you will get 3,000 here for the tax. So you have to pay the tax for that. So you have to add the base price, you have to pay the admin fee, then you have to add the tax. So once you add all of them, then what you do, usually we pay some down payment. We do some down payment to reduce that the monthly monthly payment, right? So for example, if you might have down payment for like 5,000, let's say 5,000. Now how much you have like total? 3 and 1, 4 and 30, 34,000. Till now, this point you have 34,000. That is the total that you have to pay to get that car. And you only have down payment for $5,000. Now once you pay the $5,000 out of this 34,000, now the new balance is you have to pay $29,000. Now this $29,000 is based on your credit score, right? Based on your credit score, they will add APR on that. Am I right? So how many of you don't have that idea about the car buying system? Anyone? So that means you have the idea that how this car buying system works, right? So once you pay the down payment, then whatever the balance you have, then they will check your credit score. Based on your credit score, they will apply the APR. Okay, they will apply the APR on that. So the APR part, if you okay, so APR part, I can do one thing. The APR part, for the APR part, okay, for the APR part, I'll show you later. So you can just skip that APR part, but the basic like the common APR you can just give like 5%. Okay, just give that common 5%. So you have to apply this 5% on this $29,000. So again, to $29,000, 5% is how much is that? Let me get that calculator. So $29,000 into 5%, which is means that 0.05,
1450.
1450. So you have they will add this 1450 on that, which is mean 30,000, 30,450, right? So this is the one that you have to pay. Now, how many months you have to pay this $30,450? Like 60 months or 48 months? Let's say 60 months. So then you have to divide this $30,450 in 60 months so that you can pay that in 5 years. So if you are planning to pay that in 5 years, which is mean 60 months. So what you need to do, you have to go back and then
507.5.
okay, divided by 60, 507.5. So 507.5. That's mean 50 cents. $507.50. So you have to pay that monthly. So this will be your program that you have to find out your monthly payment. I will give you some inputs, and based on that, you have to find out that output. Like you have to find out that monthly payment. Okay. Couple of things you have to consider here. You have to do that addition here. You have to do that percentage like multiplication with this 0.1 for this 10%. And after you getting that value 3,000, then you have to add that value here to the admin and base price. Then you have to subtract from this 34,000, this $5,000 from this 34,000. Then you have to add your APR. APR is I give you that the APR for 5%. So you have to apply this 5% APR on this $29,000. After you apply that, then you have to find out that how many years you want to pay that in how many years. That means that you have to divide that amount with the months. If I'm saying that 5 years, that means 60 months. If I'm saying 4 years, that is 48 months. So you have to divide that balance with that months. Once you do that, then you will get that monthly payment. Okay, so you'll get almost like similar kind of question in that homework, and this is the idea about that homework, about that question. But still, if you have any issue, you can join the help session on Sunday and then you can ask me the question. Any question here? No questions? You want me to send this one? Question? Yes, I will send that homework. I will send that homework by tomorrow. Okay, anything else? Thank you. So anything else? Do some more practice with this conditional statement, because this is the like logical part of your programming. It doesn't matter that where you go, but this logic, this conditional statement, you'll think like you always have to use that. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so we are done for today. Let me check one thing before I let you go. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I will add one more question in that homework, and that is I'm just giving you a hint. So that question is basically to find out the distance. Okay, distance between two numbers. Okay, so this question is little tricky. So distance means that if I say that the distance between Arlington to Alexandria is like 10 miles, if I say that, the opposite way it is also same. From Alexandria to Arlington is distance is 10 miles. So distance cannot be negative. Okay. So based on that, you have to think and you have to write your condition. You have to perform that operation. So it's not like in this conditional statement we just only print the values. We can also perform the equations here. Just I'm giving you one example, so you might also be able to complete that APR. Just give me like a couple of minutes only. Okay, let me keep that in a comment. Okay, so I'm just giving you that idea, the example. Okay, so based on this, if A is greater than, if I have three conditions here, right? A might be greater than or less than B, or A equals to B. Now in this case, which part you gonna print? The last one, right? The last one. Let's say I have one more variable, integer C, and I don't want to uh, initialize any value on that. I can do that, right? I already explained that, but we didn't work on that before. That we can declare any value, and this is called declaration of a variable, and this is called declaration and initialization of variable. And if you say C equals to 100, that means that you just initialize the variable here. So three things: declaring a variable, initializing a variable, and this part, declaring and initializing a variable. We can do both parts in the same line. Now just get this one carefully. So I just declare this variable. Now here, based on this condition, if B is greater than A, I can assign some value here like 200. If B is greater than A, I will say C equals to 200. If B is less than A, then I'll say C equals to 100. If they're equal, then I'll say C equals to 50. Now, after all of this operation, if I want to print the C, I can also do that. Okay. Now tell me, in this situation, what you'll see in the output here. In this highlighted line, if I run this, what you will see in the output. $50, okay. Anyone else? Yes, that is correct. That is also correct. Okay, so you are getting it. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping this variable, but I don't want to initialize it any value with this variable. So I can use that later, that I said before, right? So I can use that later. What I'm doing is, based on my condition, I am putting some value here on C. So in this conditional statement, if I run it, it will print they are equal, and it will also print C, and C value is 50 here. Okay, I got an error here. Why is that? Too many errors. Oh, okay. These are errors here. Okay. Now you'll see they are equal and C is 50. Now if I make this one A 50, so what do you think? Which line you gonna print, and what will be the value of C? Anyone else? I was about to ask you that. Why you wrote that? Okay, you change it, which is good thing. Like you saw that after typing that result, which is a good thing. Okay, so now you got it, right? So based on that condition, the value is changing. So I can assign the value. Okay, the same way I can also do some operations, right? A minus B. If I get this one, then I'll do A minus B. If B is greater, then I'll do B minus A. If A is greater than B, then I'll do B minus A. If they are equal, I'll just print 50. Okay. Now tell me, in this situation, what will happen?
Before I answer, just quick question. The value cannot be negative, right?
The value, which value cannot be?
Like for the C.
It can be negative. Yeah, if I
Okay.
put it, I can put a negative, which is fine. It's up to me. It's up to me, not like on the program. So if I want, I can give a negative value here.
Okay.
I don't want to get a negative value. That's why I'm writing it in this format.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what will be the answer here?
You want me to type it or speak over the?
No, you can type.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay. Till now I got only one answer, and that is correct. How this one is equal? Yes, that is correct now. Yes. So the thing is, based on my input, it can change. The value of C can change, right? So now, because you understood this concept, so now I am going to add this part here. Thank you for understanding this part. So let me add this here. That is APR. This 5% APR is which was I was giving by default, but now because you understood that how these things you can change based on that, the range based on that something, the condition, you can easily do that. So if your credit score is greater than, let's say, 700, then APR is 1%. So if your credit score is 650, then it will be like 2%. If it is 600, then it will be 3%. If it is 550, then it should be 4%. So your credit, your APR is based on your credit score. Okay, so your credit score is not fixed, because for some people the credit score will be more than 700, or for some it will be like under 700 but more than 650. So based on the credit score, you will add the APR on this amount. Before that I told you to add 5% by default on this amount, but because you understood this part, which is a very important thing, like based on the condition you can change the value, you can do some more operation, you can easily do this part. Whatever the credit score you have, just put there, and then you will see the APR, you will get the APR, and you just need to add that APR in this amount, $29,000, and after that just divide that by the months. Got it? Any question? No question? This is a very good thing. That's mean you understood everything, and I hope you can do the homework as well. Okay, so thank you for joining, and hope we'll meet again on Tuesday. And in the meantime, if you have any question, if you have any issue, you can join the help session.